Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost.
What is going on, Raider Nation? What is going on? It is your boy Darian coming to you live with a Las Vegas Raiders preview of Week 1, which will be tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And I just want to let y'all know I will be doing live play-by-play and reactions of this video, so make sure y'all here in the chat. And this is the new layout. This is the new layout for Las Vegas Raiders live play-by-play and reactions. Let me know what you think about the layout in the comments. Without further ado, let's get into the Las Vegas Raiders going in to Carolina to go up against the Carolina Panthers. But I have to say, shout out to all the subscribers that subscribe to the YouTube page. If this is your first time ever being at our YouTube page, I would suggest that you subscribe, hit the bell button, and get the latest news in all Raiders news. But we're here for the Week 1 preview against the Carolina Panthers. Now, I do have to say that the Las Vegas Raiders had their hands full kicking the 2020 season off and on the road in Charlotte, North Carolina, which they will take on the Carolina Panthers in Bank of America Stadium. Don't be surprised if this is a nail-biter and these teams are closer than you think. Now, I have to say, the game does come on at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so you do not want to miss that. Most likely will be 10 a.m. Pacific Time, but it will be in Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Now, I have to say, since the Panthers came in the league, they were 3-3 against the Raiders and 2-1 marked them at home. The last meeting was in 2016 when the Raiders defeated their home turf in a showdown that ended 35-32. And will Carolina get their revenge in Matt Rhule's first NFL game as a head coach? That is the biggest question. Make sure you put them comments in below. You know, the Raiders and Panthers are like mirror opponents. And I have to say that these two teams are more similar than not. But they both rely on a heavy run game with Josh Jacobs and Christian McCaffrey, respectively. I do expect to be the same here as Derek Carr get the wheels going with a Teddy Bridgewater coming into a new system. Now, both signal callers also like to play conservative with clock management, check downs, and every now and then throw a deep ball, you know, with the Panthers having DJ Moore and Robbie Anderson. However, with our wide receivers, we have Henry Ruggs and Brian Edwards. Then we know Bridgewater's coming into his first year with the team, and the Raiders have receivers like Zay Jones and the rookie Henry Ruggs, and may not be far behind as well. But in the trenches, the Panthers front is one of the toughest defensive lines in the NFL, while the Raiders possess one of the toughest offensive lines in football. And on the other side, the Raiders defensive line can show flashes of greatness at times, then go missing like Carolina's offensive line. So the trenches is really going to be a big deal when it comes to winning football games, and that's how you win football games, is through the trenches. Now, coaching is going to be the biggest factor here, as Matt Rhule in his first NFL game against a longevity coach in John Gruden. Both of these men does have a lot of unproven talent that's definitely going to have to pick up speed going into game 1. Now, I have to say, both of them have holes in areas that can be exploited with the opposing quarterback, but it's going to be interesting to see how they prepare for each other. Now, it's definitely going to be some familiar faces on this football game. It's going to be very familiar faces. And we all know that Tahir Whitehead and wide receiver Seth Rollins will be itching to get back at the Raiders, as we know they used to be former Raiders fans. Former Raiders players, and they're only going to feel at home in Carolina, and these guys are itching to make a note of it. Let's not forget that the Raiders have no stranger in grabbing Clemson players in the draft, guys like Clelin Ferrell, Hunter Renfrow, and Trayvon Mullen. But you have to say this in the same token. We got to see who's going back to Charlotte like their homecoming, adding other contributions such as Zay Jones, AJ Cole, and Brian Edwards, who also went to school in the area, will most likely be feeling like a home game as well. So my prediction for this, and I've been saying this prediction for a while both teams started off slow, shaking off the rust and expecting them to go blow for blow and keep it very close. Mind you, the stats is most likely going to be similar when the dust settles. But at the end of the day, it's John Gruden against a new coming Matt Rhule. It will take on a veteran coach any day in this matchup. And like I said before, I am taking 31-27 Raiders, and I'm gonna say why, because I feel like we have the advantage against tight ends versus linebacker. Now, Darren Waller is the top 5 tight end in this league according to a lot of media sources out there. Now, I have to say that. Number 2, there's no Luke Kuechly in that middle of that Carolina Panthers linebacker core. He's being replaced with a former Raider, which is Tahir Whitehead, who can't cover or really can't stop the run as well, which he was part of one of the weakest linebacking cores in football with our Raiders last year. Now, I have to say, we did upgrade on our defensive side. I don't know what Carolina did on their side, but I still feel like we actually upgraded our defense. Yes, we're going to be young in our back end. Jonathan Abrams coming off. He's going to be coming back as well. Eric Harris is coming back, so that's definitely some depth there as well. And then, we got Jeff Heath coming off and giving us some depth there, coming off last year, coming with the Dallas Cowboys. We have a whole different defensive line rotation. We have it's just so many different pieces that we did bring in for the Las Vegas Raiders. And Carolina, I just feel like they brought in a weak linebacker that really can't cover or probably won't fit their system. And I think it's really going to come down to the head-to-head of the running backs. Now, I feel like Josh Jacobs and CMC both going to get their numbers, but I feel like when it comes down to it and it comes down to time of possession, I think the Raiders will be the reason why that offensive line will help us seal the win. And I think we're going to get a game-winning interception by one of our one-year players in Trayvon Mullen or Damon Arnett to seal the deal and run the clock and win this game. But let me know what you think about this preview, because I'm really excited about this game. I am very, very, very excited about this game. So let me know what you think about this video. Let me know what you think, Raider Nation. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel. It is the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Don't forget, 1 o'clock on this channel, live play-by-play in reactions of the Raiders versus the Panthers. You do not want to miss it. Y'all love the layout. I cannot wait to see y'all there. Comment, like, and subscribe. It's the Spotlight Raiders Talk. Just win, baby, and I'll see y'all later.
Once a Raider, bruh, always a Raider, bruh. Shit simple as that. You look silver and black. Lot of bread invested in that O-line. Car insurance cost the all.